Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl a Gift. I know it's been like a month here. Well, but I'm glad to be here and I trust that you're doing well. I think this is the first day of March. Happy new month guys, and welcome to the month of March. So just like you've seen on the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about few questions that I received from some of you. I received few questions on TikTok, on Instagram, and here on YouTube. Don't mind me, I have code and that's why I have this. So I received this question and I want to discuss about them and answer some of this question. But before then, I'd like to put this disclaimer out there. I am not a lawyer. I am in no way an immigration officer, just so we know. Okay, so I have no knowledge about any other visa. I went through the process of K-1 visa, also known as Fiancé visa, which is why I know some of the stages. I know literally all the stages, come on. Which is why I know all the stages, all the steps all the steps, all the stages of Fiancé visa, K-1 visa. So please, some of you always come to me and ask about tourist visa and all other visa. I have no knowledge about that. I'm sharing this because I've been receiving questions back to back. I just like, okay, yeah, I can't be answering everyone one after the other. Let me make a video just so if you go through it, you can just like see answers to whatever your question is. So I'm hoping I'll be able to cover all the questions, but if not, if I don't answer your own question, you can always ask me. You know your girl, I won't block you, trust me. So yeah, the questions here, I have all the questions written down here in my book. So if you see me looking now, just know I'm looking here, okay? Just so I know the next question to address and also know the ones that I've already talked about. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about requirements for Fiancé visa. Someone already asked what are the requirements. I know some of you, they want to just know, okay, I want to know because probably I want to know what next to do, what do I have to do to have a fiancé, no, or even already you have a fiancé, or you want to know what you need to do, the documents you need. First of all, you need a fiancé who is a citizen in the United States. Now, I have to say this again. I don't know about any K-1 visa in London or UK, Canada, whatever country. I know about US because that's the country I applied for. Just US, please. Don't come ask me about Canada. I don't know anything about Canada. I'm telling you this because this is the process I went through. I know the steps, I know the stages. That is why I can confidently answer about K-1 Fiancé visa for yours. Okay, please, let's be clear on that because I've been receiving so many questions about how can I travel to Canada, how can I travel to London, how can I travel to this country, that country, and all of that. Please guys, please, let's be clear on this. I do not have no knowledge, no clue about any other visa. So I'm talking about K-1 visa for US. So we are clear. All right, so if you want to apply for K-1 visa, Fiancé visa, you have to have a fiancé who is a citizen in the United States. That is the first step. Check it. You have to have a fiancé who is a citizen in the United States. Okay, so once you are engaged, some of the documents you need are pictures of both of you. I think they need birth certificate and all of that. Put the list on the screen so you can see all the requirements. I don't have all of that on my. Secondly, someone asked me a question. She said something about I live in Edo State. I have these questions on my head sometimes. So she said she lives in Edo State and she has lived there all her life, but now she has she already filed for K-1 visa. Her case has been approved. She's waiting for interview, but she's trying to figure out where she can get her police report. Remember, police report is very important, but she's asking if she's going to go to that state, which is the Edo State in Nigeria, to get her police report. Have stages to all those things. Now, US Embassy is going to send you an email they call Packet 3, giving you details of all the things you need to do and when you have to do them. In fact, they're going to send it to you like 3 weeks before your interview, 3 weeks before your interview, or 3 weeks before you pick a date for interview. I don't know, it depends, because it varies. Some people don't even receive it at all. But if that's the case for you, because you want to be on your game, right? So I think the best thing is they already have a detail, because on that packet 3 they will always put an address of where they want you to go get your police report. It has to be federal, my sister. You don't have to go to your state. It's not like a local kind of thing you do. You have to go to Lagos. It has to be Lagos. They have the address on packet 3. It has to be in Lagos. You go there, you get your police report. All right, so I think you have to go there, you pay, they do the fingerprint and all of that, and sometimes they email you the stuff, or they help you print it out. It depends. So it has to be the federal. So you don't get your police report in the state. It has to be in Lagos. So because of course you're coming for the interview in Lagos. I don't know if they do fiancé visa in Abuja now, because the last time I heard, some of them said that some people from Lagos, even in my batch, some people from Abuja, and some of my friends from Abuja came to Lagos for their fiancé interview. So I don't know how they do it now, because remember, this has been like how many months? I did mine in 2003. I went for my interview in September, thereabout, yeah. So remember, September, October, I don't know, I can't remember again, but I think I have the video in check my page. The video is in my page, you can just watch it. But remember, sometimes things change, the timing, the method, and how they send out these emails. Sometimes it changes, might not be the same. So you have to get a police report from this detailed address that they are going to email to you. So it has to be in Lagos, because you're coming for the interview in Lagos, right? So you're coming to get the police report in Lagos. And also, if you have lived in another country, I keep saying this because I met someone, I think I mentioned it in my previous video. I met someone there during my interview who has lived in Ghana for like a couple of years, or probably 2-3 years or something like that. And he lived in Nigeria too. So they said, if you have lived in another country for 6 months, if you have lived even a year, if you have lived in another country, even if it is a year, 6 months up, you have to get a police report from that country. So if you have lived in Ghana, whatever African country you've lived in, you have to go there, get a police report from there, also get from Nigeria. So it means whatever country you've lived 2 years, 3 years, and all of that, you have to go there and get your police report, and also in Nigeria too. So just to be on the safe side, don't forget, this is very important, because they can actually deny a visa if you don't have your police report. This is for them to like keep track of your criminal record, if you have one or not, just for them to know who you are, the kind of person you are, and all of that. So you have to get a police report, right? So that is it. Get a police report from Lagos. It has to be in Lagos. If you've lived in Nigeria all your life, you have to go to Lagos and get your police report. Remember, it is always advisable that you get your police report 2 weeks before your interview. Some people, because they know what's up, they know the areas and all of that, they might want to get it like a week. That's not bad, but just to be on the safe side, so they don't tell you stories or be like, maybe if you go there and they have some other requirements that you do not meet, and that could probably delay some things and all of that. So it's always advisable that you do these things like 2 weeks before your interview date. Remember, if you pick your interview date, also check that you have 2 weeks to do your medicals. Some people make this mistake. You have to give like probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks space for your medicals, because your medicals literally takes 2 weeks for them to forward it to the embassy. Now, if you say you have your interview next week and you just went for your medical last week, it's not going to work, because at the end of the day, sometimes they might not have like enough time to email it to the embassy. And if you go to the embassy like, okay, next week is your interview on the 5th, and you go for your interview, and the hospital you use have not yet emailed your document to them, if they don't see your medical, they're not going to allow you. First of all, they're even going to check. If you call me, first of all, they open their document and say, okay, yeah, you have an interview today. If they've not received all the necessary document they need to receive from the the hospital you use for your medical, they are going to turn you down. They won't let you go for the interview. They're going to walk you back. So it's always good to be smart. Give these things 2 weeks. You know, sometimes people think that they will have to send you an email for your interview. No, you have to search for it. I've received lots of questions, people asking me, okay, how do I get, I've been approved for so long, I've paid for my visa, blah blah blah, and all of that, waiting for. I waited for almost 2 months, guys. And if you're waiting for them to send you an email saying, okay, it is time for you to go for an interview, you will wait till thy kingdom come. I'm telling you this. So the right thing to do is, I keep telling people, there's a link. I'll put this link on this. I'll somehow attach this link on this video so that you can always go to it. Join this group. And they have different batch. If you applied for this visa a month, in February, like January, or last month, October, September, and thereabout, they will send you to this batch. You will join this group, and then you join the checkers group. Now, the checkers group is going to help you. They assign time to different people. If it's your time to check 10 a.m., they check it like, the group I joined, we check it like every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. So that's how we check for almost a month plus when I joined them before we'll find. I remember, I'm so sure I have a video there, so you can literally watch that video and see how I talked about checking for your interview. So yeah, you have to always give it 2 weeks. So why I'm mentioning this is always important that you give 2 weeks interval before your interview. For medicals, do everything like you have a space of 2 weeks before your medicals and all of that. Yeah, that's right. So that's on the way. I don't know, I'm all over the place. Let me address the question just the way it's here so I don't miss anyone. For those of you asking me, how do I get your soulmate? Please now, Joe now. But I think I have an answer to this question. If you are looking for a soulmate, why don't you join Hallelujah Challenge, NSPPD? Try fasting. That's it. That's how you can find your soulmate. God is literally going to speak to you. And now, I'm not being funny. These things can literally help. I don't know, some people come to me and they'll be like, please connect us now to white guys. How can I find my soulmate? How can I connect you guys? It does not work that way, okay? It does not work that way. I think, okay, try to be you, try to make friends, try to be nice to people. Just be yourself around. Most importantly, pray. Pray, 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 and again pray. All right, so whatever you want, just talk to God. However you want it, whatever you want, however you want it, just tell God about it. Trust me, He answers prayer. I'm a living testimony. So that's it. The other one, someone asked me how much is medical. So medical costs about, the first time I applied for it, it cost, for my own time, I don't know about now, so it cost about 60,000 naira to book for an appointment. So if you want to book for your medicals, you have to pay them 60,000 naira for them to give you a date to come in. So when you come in for the medicals, you're still going to pay another sum of 50k plus. So everything I paid about 100 and something thousand. So they're going to give you, they gave me like 4 or 5 shots. Yes, so they gave me 4 or 5 shots, depending if you've had chicken pox before. If you've had the shot before, they might not give it to you. I've not had chicken pox before, so they gave me chicken pox shot. So all of that. So it depends on what you need and what you don't need. So when you get there, they'll tell you. So you know it costs about 100 plus, in case you want to have an idea about how much what is it called, the medical cost. And someone also asked me, how much is the visa? How much does K-1 fiancé visa cost? It costs about almost 200,000 because it's 190 something thousand. So I literally pay almost 200k. So now that dollar is on the high side, my brother and my sister, you know, it's probably going to be about 250, 260k, or even 300,000. I don't know, but I'm just giving you an idea of what I paid then. So dollar is not smiling. All right, so someone also asked, should I add my traditional wedding picture? I don't think you should add your traditional wedding picture. And they will see, the embassy, they don't recognize, the US embassy don't recognize traditional. We understand that traditional marriage is more like the process. Some people will even call it engagement. Even the engagement party, sometimes they will look at it and say, okay, yeah, these people are literally married. Now, anything that will make them feel that you guys are married, you should avoid it. Because when you're filing for a fiancé visa, if they have any clue that you are married one way or the other, they are going to like deny that visa. nothing. There's nothing you can see. They're going to deny. So it's always good to avoid anything that will make them think that, okay, you guys are married, you guys are wearing uniform, you guys are dancing together and all. They will say that these people are married. So I've heard stories of people who said that their visa was denied because they send in some of their traditional wedding picture, and these people thought that they were like officially legally married. I know culturally people will think that you're married, but remember, like, legally you guys, because you don't even have your legal document, that's not a legal marriage where we come from, but they don't see it that way, they don't understand it that way. So it is best to avoid it, in my own opinion. All right, so yeah, I said about the visa, it costs about, yeah, I just saw the figures I put here. Visa 198,750. All right, so how does printing of chat work? Okay, for you to print out, someone asked, how does printing of chat works? Now, for evidence, if you have to give them evidence that okay, proof of evidence that you guys are in a relationship, a genuine relationship. Now, one of the ways you have to go about is printing your pictures together. Pictures of you and your fiancé together, fiancé, whoever. Pictures of both of you together. Pictures of both of you and the family together. Pictures of both of you and the guy's family, the girl's family, whichever. It has to, like, picture, you know, sometimes, no, they say picture tells a lot. Picture tells stories, right? Your picture should be able to somehow convince them that, okay, yeah, we're in a relationship. They see you guys together, maybe where you went for outing, eating, hotel. Of course, the engagement, that's not bad. And yes, you have to have pictures of that. Your chats together, what you do is, what I did is, you go to your phone, screenshot and make sure that the date is showing. I literally had to take his name out to make sure that because sometimes you use a name, they feel like, okay, that name is deceiving us. Because if you are filling a form, you should have your fiancé phone number there. So what I did was taking out the name I saved it with, so they can see the phone number that, okay, he is the one. Of course, you have his phone number on the document. So I'm not making this up. That's his phone number. That's our chat. That's the date. You know, the date of this thing showing. So make sure you have, like, I screenshotted, like, because we have like almost 5 years of our chats together. So I had to like screenshot few of these things. And remember, you have to pick the ones that are the selling points. Go to the place, you know, when he's praising you, telling you sweet love things and all of that, just so to convince them, guys, we are in love, we are doing this for real, genuinely, like, you know what I'm saying. So pick out those ones. You don't necessarily have to give them everything, just pick out the most important ones where you guys are having like good vibes and good chats and all of that. Pick out from the first year, depending on how long you guys have been dating. Pick the first year, different months. I think I picked for a month, I picked like 4 screenshots from different months, 5 screenshots depending on how long the chat is. So I just pick all of that, and I have like a big, I just don't want them to like say, okay, you guys don't have enough. I know they didn't even look at it. What they looked at that day was just the pictures. So you screenshot these things I'm sure, I hope I'm able to answer your question for someone who asked how to. You just have to screenshot. Go to your phone, make sure the number is showing, make sure the date and the month is showing. Screenshot it. The same for the call log. You have to go to your call log. Now, don't just open it. Go to call log. There's a place you go to the option, the 3 button, hit on it. You will see the number of calls you receive. You can also do that on WhatsApp. You can also do that on a normal call. Hit on it, and then you will see the call from your guy, the time he called, the minutes and all of that. You're going to see it. Just screenshot it every month. Screenshot. That's what I did. So that's how to go about screenshotting and printing your proof of relationship. So that is it for that. So the next question is, someone asked me, can I pay an agent for a quick interview date? You are on your own if you do that. An agent cannot, nothing. This is US we're talking about. It's not like Nigeria kind of stuff. No, an agent cannot provide you an interview date. What embassy does is, I don't know if this person is asking for K-1, but if it's for K-1 that I know, the embassy will have to release the date. If you pay agent, what the only thing, okay, let's be clear. The only thing the agent can do for you is be on it, like be up, checking this thing every now and then. Then when the date shows, the agent is going to let you know. But that doesn't change the fact that you are still going to pick the interview with other people. Like he's not going to fast forward it for you. So whenever the embassy posts it, that's when you get it. But the thing is, if he's checking for you back and forth, like you don't have to do it, you don't want to join any group, you want this agent to do it for you, it means he's going to alert you that, okay, yes, the interview is available, you can now go in and pick a date for yourself. But that doesn't mean they can make you have it before others. No, the interview dates comes at the same time, everyone sees it. Now when they say the interview date has this, so it's because people are actually available. Like if you're online to see when this thing is available, you pick it yourself and you're lucky. So if any agent tells you they can give you, oh, give me money just so I can give you an interview date, you're wasting your money. Don't do that. Don't, except you want to pay them to stay awake, check 1 hour, to check every second, every minute for you when the interview is available. Just so you know, paying them will not fast forward the embassy giving you personally an interview date. No, the interview date is going to come out for everyone. If you're on it, you get it first. But if you're not on it, someone else calls you, you can come in and pick a date, just so you know. So that's how it works. So the next question is, are you giving the original document or the photocopy? So now, just like I said, if you receive your packet 3, they are going to give you a list of documents you're going to come with during your interview. Now, during your interview, they will tell you to bring, they will list it there and tell you to bring all the original copies of this document and the photocopy. So yes, you're going to go with all the original documents and also the photocopy. Yes, all the original document. Remember, you're taking any document that you think is going to convince them that you guys are in a relationship, your birth certificate and all of that. I have a video. If you are looking for the list of this document, I have a video already on that. Please check my page and watch the video. All right, so the next question is, how many passports do they need and what size? Okay, so the person said, how many passports do I need and what size? Okay, my sister, just like I said, when you receive your packet 3, you will see the size of the photograph. And also I have a detailed video again, because I keep referring people, please go and watch my video on YouTube. I have a detailed video on these things. You people keep asking me the same question. Already I've addressed this question. So once you receive your packet 3, you're going to see all these things. You don't have to ask these questions. It's just that I know we're humans, we're just impatient, we just want to be on it before, I understand. But then I already have a video. Please go watch the video. Okay, so the embassy, they are going to send you the size of the photograph. What I did is I already took a picture of that because I saw the size when I was doing, when I started my whole process. But the day I went for my interview, I mentioned this in a video I posted earlier. I posted previously on my page. The day of my interview, I still had to take another one because, come on, I don't want to be like, okay, I don't want to go to the interview hall and they tell me, okay, this is not the right size and all of that, because I know those in that place already know that that's the right size you're going in with. So I took another one and I ended up using the one I have already had, right? So always check your emails to see these requirements. It is best you see it for yourself. Don't let anyone deceive you. You are going to receive this email. Cross-check. Don't believe what every other person. If I don't even believe me, it's always good that you would receive your own email. Cross-check it. I'm telling you this. So check your emails and see the requirements, the documents you need and all of that. So it's always good that you have this understanding, this knowledge yourself. Like, it's okay to go online and check. Yeah, you can have the right stuff, but it's for you to confidently do it and be sure you're on the right track. Always check your emails to receive the right email from the embassy telling you what next to do, the right document to turn in and all of that. Yes, that's right. So the next question here is, how is the interview like? The interview, I think the interview went like, unlike what people were, I watched a lot of video before going for my interview. Like, I had people say a lot of things, but trust me, the interview is cool. So long as you have, what you're doing is genuine, so long as you have all the necessary documents, so long as you know what you're doing, you know your fiancé well, you know your partner very well, like, it is cool. If you have all the right documents, if you know what you're doing, if you know that you're not doing the wrong thing, come on, it's so easy. So they ask you a few questions. A friend of mine that someone I met online that has been asking me questions, and then we've been flowing. She went for an interview and she said they just asked her 3 questions. That's it. So if you have all the right documents, why not? The interview is like cool, easy. For me, that's what I think. If you have the right documents, if you know your partner very well, if you know that you are doing the right thing, you don't have to worry about anything. But importantly, pray. Don't forget to pray. Always pray God first. You can have the right document and you meet the wrong person, so always pray. So that's it. So the next question here is, how long did it take you to get your visa after the interview? So it took me like 2 weeks because they had a public holiday. I guess that affected it too. There was a public holiday that period. Normally they would tell you, I don't know if they said 7 days or 5 days, I don't know, but just so you know, zero your mind for 10 working days, right? So 2 weeks, that's what it took me before I received an email from them saying my visa is ready for pickup. So 10 days. That's it for that question. So the other one is, which is better, K-1 or spousal visa? Having been to this stage, I would say spousal visa. Because listen, K-1 is when we I would say starting the whole process, we had a lawyer who told us like the stages, the things to do. You know, when you don't have any idea about anything, my partner knows nothing. I do not have no clue. It was during this process that I had to study, research, and I was able to know things that I know about K-1 visa. So we had a lawyer who told us that K-1 is the shortest. So, you know, trust me, I don't even want to waste the whole time wasted. At the end of the day, we stayed 5 years distance relationship. So we wanted it to be like, they told us it's going to be like 6 months. And then the COVID happened. They had a backlog. So that was what affected. It changed, it messed up the whole system. So usually K-1 is shorter. Now K-1 takes about a year plus. Even spousal visa takes longer. But I would advise, if you can wait, if you can be patient enough, do a spousal visa. Because once you get here with a spousal visa, give it 2 weeks, 3 weeks. In fact, 3 weeks max, you've gotten all the necessary documents you need to start working. So for fiancé visa, you have to still process for all of that. You have to start processing for your adjustment of status, which involves the travel parole, the travel permit, the employment authorization, and of course your green card. So yes, I would say spousal visa. If I'm gonna go back to do this again, I'll come in with a spousal visa. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other question or I did not address your question, please kindly leave it on the comment section. I'll be glad to oblige you. So thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time coming here on my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. My name is Amma Gibbs, and I'll be glad if you join this family. So thank you. If you find this video helpful, you can actually share to your friend. Please like, comment, subscribe. Okay, so I'll see you on my next video. All right, thank you guys. You take care, have a great month, and I'll leave this with you regardless of what you're going through. I know it is hard on one part or the other, but God is always with you. Now the Bible says those who seek him shall find him when they seek him with your whole heart. Regardless of what you're going through, when you seek God, you're going to find him. You're going to find him in your home, in your marriage, in your relationship, or whatever thing you want God to come through for you. He's going to show up for you. Thank you guys. I love you all. Stay safe, be careful, love one another, be good. You take care, and I'll see you in my next video. But for now, bye. Bye bye guys, you take care. Bye.